Okay, this is lesson 7. We're going to be adding integers today. This is real basic adding, subtracting numbers. Integers are any whole numbers that are positive or negative, okay? So we're going to add positive and negative numbers together. So you should have seen this already in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. But this is a big difficulty for a lot of students. And you really, this is so basic that if you're having trouble, you need to come ask me for help. This should be quick. You should be quick with adding, subtracting integers, because when we do something harder, and we're trying to do something basic, when we're doing harder things, and you still can't even get the basics down, then you won't learn the harder things. You just kind of fall apart. And then what ends up happening is you end up not passing my class, and you have to retake it, which is, all you have to do is just practice this skill. And this isn't a hard skill. It just takes a little effort, and you'll get through it, okay? So, adding integers. A good way to think about it is, let's say you had a war between two, anyone ever seen the movie Braveheart? Okay. Okay, so maybe you have, maybe you haven't, I don't know. But, there's a war between two sides, two countries, right? Let's say one country was the good guys, and they had 100 people fighting, and then the country that was the bad guys had 150 people fighting, and they're like the negative people. Okay. And one person kills one person all the time, okay? So who's going to win? The good guys that are positive or the bad guys that are negative?
The bad guys.
The bad guys, right? How many more people are going to be alive after the war's over? 50 good or bad guys? So 50 negative guys? Okay, so that's a good way to think about it, okay? So here are the steps that I have for the lesson. Identify the signs before each number. If there are two signs, then convert to one side. Then combine the two numbers together. Same signs add, different signs subtract, and keep the bigger sign. So this is just how I do it. So we're going to do it a few ways. Here we go. Number 1. Okay, watch numbers 1 and 2. Don't write these down, okay? So 8 plus a negative 6, okay? We're adding 8 plus negative 6, so we want to combine these two positive and negatives. When it's positive and negative together, it becomes minus, so 8 minus 6. So this is a positive 8 minus 6. Two people fighting, okay? One war. We got the good guys and the bad guys. Who's going to win this one? The good guys, right? These 6 are going to die. Take away 6. 8 minus 6 is positive 2. Okay? That's all you're doing. Make sense? Same sides add, different signs subtract. Okay? Number 2 is a longer problem. You work these out in just steps, one step at a time. So we got 1 plus 4. Let's work that out. 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay? And then we got positive and negative 5. Let's convert this to a minus 5 plus 3. 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. That's your answer. Does that make sense? Okay. Super easy, but a lot of students still have trouble with this, okay? Questions on numbers 1 or 2? Yeah.
How did you get negative 5?
How did I get what?
Negative 5.
Negative 5. So when you have a positive and negative sign together next to each other, we assume it is just negative, like that. Okay? When it's negative, negative, you assume it's positive. When it's positive, positive, you assume it's positive. Yeah.
Is it like multiplication?
Yep. Yep. Exactly like that. Yep. Okay, good questions. Yep.
If it's positive, you don't have to put the positive sign. We can just leave it like that, right?
Yeah, you can just leave it like that. But I want you to explicitly put it for now. That way because what if it's negative and you forget to do it because you're not in the habit of doing it? Then it'll be wrong. Okay, so make sure you put the right sign. Okay, good. What I'd like you to do is, today's Wednesday. 1's tell the 2's about number 1. 2's tell 1's about number 2. Okay, continue number 3. Okay, number 3, we got 7 plus a negative 8. So again, we have a positive sign and a negative sign next to each other. What does that really mean? Negative sign. So it's really like saying 7 minus 8. What's the imaginary sign in front of the 7? Positive. Okay, we got two numbers. We got the 7 and the negative 8. Which team has more people?
Positive.
The negative.
Minus.
And how many more people do they have? One. So what's your answer? Okay, good. Number 4 by yourselves. Go. Okay, -3. Any questions on numbers 3 or 4? No. Okay, let's keep going here. Number 5. Go. So we have a positive and negative next to each other. Let's make that negative. So we got -4 minus 6. These are the same sides. What happens when you have two teams from the same, let's say 2 different platoons from the same side in a war? Do they kill each other or do they help each other up? Yeah, they get together, and so we got 2 of the same team. We got 4 plus 6 is 10. We keep the negative because they're negative teams. Does that make sense? Yeah. Last one, number 6. Go. Number 6, the answer is 6, right? Because -3 plus 2, this would be equal to -1. Bring down the plus 7. -1 plus 7. We have 6, and then the positive sign is left there. Positive 6, or 6 is the answer. Okay? Does that make sense? So as long as you take that method when you're adding and subtracting, you should be good. That concludes our lesson. So please